it is.
Well, there it is. So we have a 1 versus 1 here today to cast, and our players are Yochegga playing as the orange orc on the top right of Twisted Meadows versus, who's it going to be? Bluecheese, who is the blue human at the top left. So this is already very interesting to start off with, because what do humans do on Twisted Meadows? They speed build an altar. Why? So they can get an archmage and a bunch of militia and go fast creep this pretty difficult camp. But it's doable without any casualties. However, when your opponent is about as close as they can be to this goblin laboratory, which is technically on the outside for Bluecheese because it's facing his opponent, if you look at it that way, it's rough. It's rough indeed, because that Blade Master, which I can only assume it's going to be a Blade Master, let's find out. I'll be surprised. Yeah, there we go, it is a Blade Master. Archmage already halfway out. And yeah, the Blade Master will have free pick of a few weakened militia. Because if Yochegga spawned at the bottom left, he'd have to take his Blade Master all the way around here. He can either go through the human base or around the back. But either way, he's got that much further to travel to get here. But at the moment, not so far. He just comes out here and he can get there quicker than he can get to his opponent's base. So this is perfect. And of course, Bluecheese coming in here, bringing out all militia. Water Elemental ready to go. Killing the sheep, which is the right thing to do. A lot of vegetarians and people might disagree with me, but it needs to be done because that sheep is going to kill you, to be honest. It's going to block your units when you're trying to retreat with them. Water Elemental getting in here so he can tank the damage from the Rock Golem. Needs to get another Water Elemental. There we go. The focus is going to be swapped. Ensnare going down on the Footman, which is rather annoying. Reduces the amount of damage he can do because he can't do none. Absolutely useless item. But this is going very quickly here. Bluecheese is doing a great job of picking off the units very swiftly, but it's not too long until Yochegga finds his way. That was a pig. What the hell? Got focus there on that. So, what's this Blade Master going to go for? He's going to try to get the last hit on the troll, but didn't quite manage it. And now he's going to try to pick off whatever peasants he can and get as much experience, because this Archmage is already almost halfway through to level 3, which is what you pretty much get when you do that creep camp. Blade Master barely halfway through to level 1. Level 2 rather, but he did manage to pick off a couple of militia and force another kill on 1, so that's going to damage Bluecheese's economy. He's only got 5 peasants here for mining, so he's got to spend more gold for that. Archmage coming around here, trying to creep this out. Both players aware. What's he doing? Leaving that null there. I think that was deliberate. He was teasing his opponent. He was trying to draw him in so he could do just a little bit extra damage to him. Water Elemental going to be picked off here, maybe? Yes, almost definitely. Unless he gets the last hit, which he does. He's doing a fantastic job here, Bluecheese. He's really making this hard for Yochegga. And he's even bringing in some militia here to maybe get surrounded on a grunt. Not going to quite do it. So instead, it looks like, which is what he was originally trying to do, is go for the next creep camp. But he could have potentially done that with the militia. So they're going to help bolster his army. Got to be careful with this Water Elemental, but is the Blade Master going to go for it? No, he's not going to be able to reach it in time. He's going to go for the Archmage instead. Give him a rough time. And whilst the Archmage is forced to run away a little bit whilst he's taking focus from Yochegga's units, the Blade Master is going to be ready and waiting to go for the Null Overseer. Oh my goodness, what's this? Oh my goodness, Bluecheese, so good, so good. Damn. I'm going to wait here, but I'll show you why he did in a moment. I just want to catch this all out. There we go. He's making sure that he gets the kill. And he should be able to block off this Blade Master. He desperately wants to get to it, but as long as he has his units nearby. Oh, that Blade Master, there's no way he's coming back. 5 health left. All of his footmen. Peasants doing their job. Sacrificing it. Taking 1 for the team. Blade Master, yeah, he's definitely gone. Archmage trying to seek him out. But what happened there was the Blade Master was getting ready to nick the item, and Bluecheese knew this. Although it didn't look like he did. Got to be careful with those peasants. It didn't look like he did because he was going so heavy on the Null Overseer, but that's what he was doing. He was goading him. And then, boom, he switches to his farm over here. This gives him access to the Goblin Laboratory. He can then use the Reveal ability, which costs 50 gold. And that was a worthwhile investment, that's for sure. Because he throws that down here for a limited time, probably about 5 to 10 seconds. You can see invisible units, which means that that Blade Master was getting hit all the time. And he was still waiting there thinking, should I still wait here? Should I still wait here to pick up the item? This isn't looking good so now, so I'm just going to get away, which is what he had to do. This allows our friend Blue Cheese to just get that item and have fun. I believe he must have sold it because it certainly wasn't a Circlet of Nobility or a boost of speed. So he must have sold the item, whatever it was. So it couldn't have been that good, but it was at least some gold. Grunt here. Very nice try there from Yochegga, trying to block off the footman from getting out of the base. But in return, it looks like the Grunt is now the one running away because he's also actually quite low on health. Yochegga having a bit of a rough game so far, but he is going for a Shadow Hunter. And Blade Master is now using Clarity Pot along with Healing Salve to get back into the game. Blue Cheese almost up to keep. Footman just waiting for the Arcane Vault. And a Peon rather, getting inside of this base. Scouting. Oh, he wasn't just scouting. He's actually going to start a teleport here with the Blade Master. This is a ballsy move, but it might just backfire. Oh, thank God he had at least one wind walk. He almost got trapped straight away. So what he's going to want to do... Oh, he's really forcing Blue Cheese to throw down some reveals here. He really wants to get rid of this Blade Master. That wasn't so necessary. The Blade Master's in a lot of trouble here. And he's moving around there. The Peon attacking the trees so that maybe he can make a gap for his Blade Master to escape through. Footman looks like he's going to escape as well. So whilst Yochegga is doing a fantastic job, the effort's there, but there's no reward for this effort. He's getting punished. It's not fair, man. Look at it. But then again, Blue Cheese has done an absolutely excellent job. And he's really playing hard here because not only has he got this crap going on here, he hasn't really lost anything at this point in time. He's also harassing with the Archmage, almost satisfyingly getting himself a Shadow Hunter kill. We got Spirit Lodge just finished here, tier 2 for our Orc. He has managed to pick off a Peasant, but that's about it. At the very best, what he's doing at this point in the time is he's wasting Blue Cheese's time, and he's doing a good job of it because he's actually got a Healing Salve going down, which is going to give him a bit more longevity inside of that human base. Archmage looking to harass Yochegga, whilst Yochegga is also creeping during all of this. So both players multitasking like beasts. Arcane Sanctum looks like he wants to go down, get 2 peasants on that so you can at least keep it up. Because if that Blade Master goes in it, although the Archmage is here now, Dust of Appearance being used, Guard Tower will be able to hit this Blade Master. But what he's doing is he's just putting himself in positions where he takes minimal damage, and he actually manages to buy himself enough time to staff or teleport out. Shadow Hunter, oh, did he manage to get the kill? I don't know. Or was it... I think Blue Cheese last hit his own unit there, denying experience. Blade Master very ballsily coming back in there. That was pretty close, especially since the Mountain King is there with his Storm Bolts, Storm Bolts, Storm Bolts. Arcane Sanctum, almost up. Speed Belt. Oh, Griffin Avery. What do you know? Dragon Hawk's almost out. So Blue Cheese focusing for air here. Probably because he feels pretty confident with how the game has gone so far. I would say the game's gone very well for Blue Cheese, but it's also not gone too bad for Yochegga. He's had it rough, but he's done a really good job considering what's happened to him. And that latest display with the Blade Master could have gone very wrong, but he actually bought the entire time because all he was doing was harassing. He didn't get to kill that much, but he was a nuisance. He was hurting the economy by forcing militia to hang around and also distracting Blue Cheese. So really good job here. Blue Cheese actually getting himself a Shredder. He's got a lot of militia, so he's going for an expansion by the looks of it. That way the Shredder's going to make up for the peasants that he's going to lose on wood. Yochegga's not far away. If Yochegga says to himself, you know what the next creep camp is going to be that I'm going to do? It's going to be the one that's next to me, my expansion. Oh boy, is that a time to go and do it. But he's not. He's actually going to progress towards his opponent's base. This is the perfect time to do this creep camp. But of course, he doesn't know. And he's going to be a little bit upset that he missed out on this, because there's some weak human units here to pick off, and these towers are just asking to be killed. Got a while before they go up. He does get an ensnare though on a... Well, he takes out the priest and he gets an ensnare in the goblin shredder. So this is quite big. That's 385 gold and 100 wood. Boop, gone. So that really is going to hurt Blue Cheese. He's also going to use his lose his arcane vault. So you could actually argue that because he managed to get that, that probably did almost just as much damage as it would have done going for the expansion. It's hard to tell, but that certainly wasn't a bad payoff either way. Mountain King taking a lot of focus here. Spirit Walker also being focused at the back. Going to force himself into ethereal form. Try to keep away from that Mountain King, because one Stormbolt would pick off that Spirit Walker, because he does take additional damage from spells whilst he's in ethereal form. Water Elemental going down. Still level 2 Blade Master. Level 2 Shadow Hunter. You know, the heroes are actually really low level in this, but for some reason it feels like there's been so much going on. Like they should be much higher level than they currently are. Blue Cheese is actually in a bit of trouble here. If you actually look at the units, it looks a lot better for Yochegga, who's sitting at 49 food out of 50 at the moment, versus 30 out of 42. Blue Cheese doing so well throughout this game, and now suddenly he's hit this point where he's actually not that good. Not that he's not a good player, but he's just not in a good spot. Because he's maybe a little slack, or basically the Blade Master was making it harder for him to get his tier 2 buildings up. And he's probably going to want to get himself a Zeppelin, but the Zeppelin can be easily countered by the Raiders that are pretty much sitting there waiting to ensnare it. He can scroll a teleport, and I think he has to do it, because he's not going to get out here in a Zeppelin. Surely not. No. Surely not. Just that. No. No, you're just not going to be able to do it. There's no way Yochegga was going to let you get away with that. And there is one thing that Yochegga has let him get away with, and that's an expansion. He has no idea that this expansion exists. Although he must have some sort of inclination, because he's like, I've got 3 grunts, 3 raiders, 2 spirit walkers, and a Kodo. And not too long ago, I was almost losing this game, or at least on even levels with my opponent. So why does my opponent only have about 4 units? I wonder where the rest of his resources went, because he doesn't have that many units. And maybe he already knows, and he doesn't care. He's coming in heavy here on the main base, and that's going to do more damage than going for the expansion itself. Zeppelin actually coming back here. Is that another Zeppelin? It must be, because no, maybe not. It is actually still the same one, and he's actually taking a lot of damage here. The keep is going down very quickly here because of the siege of these raiders. How long can he keep this up? He's going to run out of wood because he doesn't have that shredder. Oh my goodness, he's actually going to lose his main hall here. This is horrible. But he does smartly convert those peasants into militia just before it goes down, so he can actually have an army to help himself force his opponent back. Wow, that is rough. Jeez, both players getting the rough end of the stick at different times in the game. Yochegga sitting pretty damn strong right now. He's done the damage he needs to do, gets back to base, heals up, didn't lose anything. Maybe 1 grunt actually, but that's it. And yeah, he's really sitting strong. That's a powerful looking army, and it's upgraded as well. 1-1. Meanwhile, his opponent, Blue Cheese, does have that expansion. So you can kind of more or less say it's an even playing field, but it's... I don't know, that's a bit of a stretch. Yochegga now doing another creep camp, but not the one he should be doing, which is the one up here. Because if he did, well, I know that's not a creep camp. You know what I mean? It's the human base, and yeah, he's got Spirit Link everywhere. Blade Master must be level 3. Yes, it is. Level 3 on Blade Master and Shadow Hunter. Picked up a lot of items. Boots of Quell for Ice. Pretty sick. He's coming in here to go for the kill by the looks of it, or at least take this creep camp. Yes, he's going for the creep camp, and then he's probably going to go and hit the main again, which doesn't exist. Unsurprised to some degree. Blue Cheese decided to not get another base, which is the right decision in this case, because what would have happened is Yochegga would have come up here, the base would have just about finished, and then he would have killed it again. So Blue Cheese is actually investing in a potential base, you know, a long-term base. So he's getting the towers up first, and then he's going to build the main hall. And Yochegga is going to go for these towers, and he could actually do something here. He could probably take them all out because those towers are pretty defenseless at this point. That orc army isn't going to be killed anytime soon. So this is really rough for Blue Cheese. Because he just can't teleport back. He can't do anything about this. His whole army is in this one Zeppelin. It's looking bad. I feel sorry for the guy because he did so well earlier on. But then again, Yochegga also played well. How quickly things can turn around is quite remarkable. Troll Berserker being picked up here by Yochegga. 2 Kodais. This orc army just looks... You know, you can't mess with it. So Blue Cheese, in return, he's actually decided to try to do some damage to the base of Yochegga, but he's getting hurt quite heavily by these burrows because there's peons everywhere apparently. He can still stand here and fight, but he had to do some micro there with the Zeppelin to pick up those weak, vulnerable casters that would have been picked off very easily. Archmage in a bit of trouble. Definitely get back away from as many burrows as possible. He is actually going to be able to do some good damage here, but I think this is such a hard hit to take. That orc army is very well rounded and it's very strong. And this is all that Blue Cheese has. An expansion that's turning into tier 2, but apart from that it's just a few towers and a town hall, pretty much. So it's not looking quite so good, but this is only one base that Yochegga has, and he is slowly losing it over time. So the question is when is he going to teleport back? Has he sent his Blade Master off to go hit something? No, the Blade Master is still inside of this base. He has got a scroll of teleport though, so he doesn't even to pick one up. Sometimes, quite expectedly, most of the time, a Blade Master doesn't have it. It's like he doesn't care now. He really doesn't. He's actually just... He's like, I don't care. I want to finish this game. And that's pretty much what he's coming here to do. He's going to send in his army and he's going to go straight for the expansion rather than teleporting back and trying to deal with this and maybe getting a cheeky ensnare on the Zeppelin. But maybe that's what puts him off, is the fact that Blue Cheese could escape with the Zeppelin. Blue Cheese now coming in here, desperately trying to defend. Blade Master getting stuck in there, going on the Archmage quite strongly as well. He has got an invulnerability pot, so he will be able to sit on that Archmage for a little bit longer. Priest healing the Archmage up. Not that much damage coming out from the Blade Master, considering though that the Archmage is level 4, so it does give him a little bit more longevity. And Blue Cheese has lost his... well, I'm not even sure if it upgraded to a keep in that time, but basically his main base. Oh my, it is just a bunch of towers now, and the Mountain King is level 3. He has got Scroll of Healing, Invulnerability Pot being used. Slow, very effective at the moment. Disenchant not going down for the moment for Yochegga. There it is. Yochegga now throwing down the Disenchant. Blue Cheese picking up a couple of mercs to try to help bolster his forces, but is it going to be enough? These peasants need to come in here and start auto-attacking. We need something here because Blue Cheese is in a rough spot. Mountain King, no more invulnerability pot. Will he be able to get the ensnare on the... No, he doesn't, because I was wondering whether Yochegga was going to ensnare the Zeppelin to stop him from picking up the Mountain King, but he manages to pick up the Mountain King, pull him back to base. Archmage is now the focus, but hitting up to level 5, giving him a little bit more health. He has got a Scroll of Town Portal, but where's he going to use it to? Where's he going to take it to? He's not. Mountain King forced to come back in here, even though he's got like no health, because Blue Cheese has no choice. He has to use everything he's got. Towers, just 2 of them left. It looks like the peasants aren't doing their job. Now they're coming into attack. That's what we want to see. They actually do bonus damage to raiders, so they can be effective versus raiders. Mountain King so close to going down. It's bad. It's bad. Yochegga actually not quite as strong as he once was, but let's face it, I believe he does still have his main. Yes, he does. Okay, I just have to look away for a moment just to absolutely clarify that. And he's now going very heavily on Blue Cheese's heroes, who are now picked up by the Zeppelin. And he can't even take that Zeppelin anyway, because these are his only buildings. Oh my goodness, Blue Cheese actually comes down there and picks off the Blade Master. Yikes! What the hell? What the hell? I did not see that coming. Oh my god. Blue Cheese actually looking like he actually has a chance here because he's going to pick off the remaining units that are quite vulnerable. This Zeppelin looking healthy. He has been revealed though, and this is all he's got. He desperately repaired that Scar Tower, and it paid off. That Zeppelin is that's looking rough. Jeez, if a couple of those Spirit Walkers got a hit on it as well, that could have been nasty. But he's coming back. And he's got 2 heroes. This is 2 heroes versus 1. And that Spirit Shadow Hunter might be level 5, but he's not that strong when he's on his own. He's quite easy to pick off. And where is Blue Cheese? He's like down here. Oh no, he's built a farm elsewhere. And he's coming in here with his heroes. He's going heavily on the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, a little bit of mana. Is he going to try to get away? He's got just about enough mana in about 3 seconds for another heal. Just enough. Mountain King trying to keep up. Boosts the speed on the Mountain King, but that Shadow Hunter is really fast. He really is. Look, we can see Yochegga's built some burrows over here by the Goblin Laboratory to expand outward, because this is turned around. This has turned around once again. Shadow Hunter desperately looking to escape. Has Yochegga got enough for the Blade Master? He does. He needs to start building it. He's losing like every unit he's got left. Oh, I see. He's brought the Blade Master back from the tavern because he's not messing around anymore. He doesn't even want to wait for that altar to go up. And to be honest, it could possibly be picked off. It's so close between these 2 players. Blue Cheese looking to possibly build another building somewhere else. I'm not sure what he's up to. Oh, the Mountain King almost going down. He gets the scroll invulnerability pot. Archmage now very heavily focused. Oh, Hex going down on him. Blade Master almost going down. Oh my goodness, who are you going to go for? You're not going to get anyone. Oh my goodness. You could not be closer between these 2 guys. Look at this. 26 health on the Blade Master. Water Elemental getting a cheeky last hit on the Shadow Hunter. I was going to say what health the Shadow Hunter had left, but apparently none. Blue Cheese coming in here, going for the Blade Master. Has he got even gold? He's got enough gold maybe to buy 1 healing salve. He can't get his hero back there. Oh, Stormbolt coming in there from the left, from the Mountain King. Blue Cheese, you did it. Ah, Yochegga is pretty upset about this. You can say that. Oh my goodness, what a game. Okay. Wow. Wow. Well done. Well done indeed. I don't know who I would even reward that game to. I might be leaning a little biased towards Blue Cheese, but Yochegga did a fantastic job of coming back. He had that game for like the second half until the very end. That guard tower, it didn't go down, and Yochegga got a little complacent. He had the game, and he could have won it if he backed off with the Blade Master a little bit and maybe recouped with his heroes, his army, and came back and finished off that expansion. Now, this is obviously an observer. I'm nowhere near as good as this player, and I've got the power of hindsight. I've got the replay. So, that being said, he's in a different world when he's playing this game, and it's very easy for me to say that, but that is what he needed to do. From watching this replay, that is exactly what he needed to do, and he would have picked up the win if he had done that, because his opponent, whilst he wanted to finish him off, was baseless. He was in a position where he couldn't win. The only way he could win is if he picked up a Blade Master, which is exactly what he did. And oh my goodness, the game turned around once again very quickly when that Blade Master went down. Jeez, what a game. Alright, well, if you liked this and you liked the commentary and that, please thumbs up the video, it helps. And you can always subscribe if you want. And that way you can see more videos that I'll do. And if you want to favourite it and anything else you want to do, share it. I'll appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.